What's going on, folks? Welcome to the Forever Grind. This series will just be a normal dude playing some normal, honest golf. There'll be some good, there's going to be bad, and there'll definitely be some ugly. So let's see how this goes. Today we're at Riverway Golf Course in Burnaby, BC. It's pretty wide open off the tee, and at just under 6,500 yards, there'll be a lot of chances to hit the driver. We got a perfect day for it today, so let's get to grinding. Starting off today with a drive way into the 18th fairway. It's actually so bad it's okay. Just have to pick out one of these trees as a target and just kind of hit a blind wedge in and trust that we have the right number, which by the looks of it I think we did. Like putting is all about confidence and feel, none of which I have a lot of this early in the day. But we are able to cozy this one up to about 3 feet, which we're pretty happy with. But unfortunately, this will be a reoccurring theme of the day. And a bogey to start. It's important to have a short memory. Can't carry a good or a bad hole into our next tee shot. And a fully committed iron off the tee here puts us in a perfect position to attack the flag on two. The pin was in the back, so in hindsight, I think the miss should have been short. We kind of thinned this 9-iron here and kind of goes over and back into a really tough spot. In the summertime, I think this definitely gets close, but today kind of hits soft and died in the fringe. But a decent putt here helps build a little bit of confidence going forward. But again, we're going to unfortunately have to settle for bogey. Par 5s are typically where we do most of our scoring, and with a drive like this, I mean, low scores are on the table. So this one was hit up the left, leave us 220 or so in, and hit a really sweet 4-iron down towards the green. Just ended up a little bit short and into the greenside bunker. Job one of this is just to get it out at this point, give ourselves a look at birdie, which thankfully we are able to do. And we gave ourselves a good shot there, but we're gonna have to settle for par. First of the day, no complaints here. The fourth hole is one of the longest on the course, so it sort of demands driver. I'm not the best wedge player in the world, so here I'm focusing a lot more on just good contact than hunting down the pin. It turns out fairly decent. It gives us about a 20-footer for birdie. And you can't make a putt if you don't get it to the hole. So, at least we gave ourselves a chance. But then, make the dumbass move here, just trying to finish it off and move on. And that's going to lead to our third bogey in 4 holes. Definitely not the start to the round that we had in mind, but can't dwell on it now. We got another par 5 here, and always a chance to score. And with that in mind, we pipe one down the left-hand side here, and we're going to set ourselves up to attack the green in 2. And this one here is just a hit and hope special. Right out of the rough, 180 or so to cover that front bunker, so we just let it rip. Boom. Putting for eagle, I told myself here I would walk off the golf course if I left this short. And we leave that kind of tricky number here, but finally we're able to knock in one of these knee knockers and make our first birdie of the day. The momentum is starting to build at this point, and another solid swing here leads to another green in regulation. This one carries a bit longer than we'd like, but we can't be upset with another birdie look here. Now we're going to look at another long leg putt, and pleasantly surprised to knock this one in pretty close to give us a stress-free par. 7th hole is a bit tricky. We've got water all down the left, and the hole bends in that direction. So the play off the tee is to lay back with an iron down the right-hand side, which we end up doing, but we leave a little bit more than I would have liked. This one here is probably one of the best swings I had all day. Caught it just so pure, but unfortunately carried a little bit longer than I would have liked and went over the green. Apologies for the camera here. It was just about as bad as the chip itself. But no harm, no foul. We were able to drain this 8-footer. And after a shaky start, we really started to settle into a good rhythm. So there's a downslope just over the right greenside bunker on this one. That'll feed the ball down towards the pin. We had another really quality iron shot, and it caught it perfectly and puts us into a real good spot to make birdie. Fortunately, we pull this putt, which is a bummer for sure, but another stress-free par. So at the end of the day, we're pretty happy with that. The sun was low at this point of the day and directly in our face on the tee shot. I could not see a thing. But this is just another example of just trusting your swing and hoping for the best. The ball striking today was definitely the strongest part of our game. And consistently hitting fairways allows us to stay confident swings into the green. And we were able to hit another one here, and about pin high, spun back just a little bit. We take another aggressive putt. We're trying to make them. But this one leads us to another nervy one, which we're able to make. And now we're headed to the back nine, which is a boatload of confidence. Losing focus is my biggest headache on the golf course. Fortunately, it's exactly what happens here on that 10th tee shot, out of bounds, and kind of compound that here with a chunky wedge just short of the green. So our 4th shot, just chipping up, and then we do that. This one actually almost goes in, but we're still at this point scrambling for double bogey. Thankfully, we're able to make that and carry a bit of momentum actually into the next hole. After a rough hole, reset, refocus. And that's exactly what we do here. Catch a perfect pitching wedge, hit a really good one inside of 12 feet, step up to the putt, and just keep telling ourselves to be aggressive. And then boom. It's a bounce back birdie. You just gotta love it. If you're feeling this video so far, first off, I want to thank you. Second, be sure to like and subscribe. Even leave a comment if you feel like it. I plan on getting out some great courses this year, so definitely keep an eye out for those. If you hate it so far, that's my bad. But let me know in those comments also. We're trying to get this thing dialed in for the people. So any feedback is good feedback. Here we are with another 8-footer or so for par. And another unfortunate bogey after a birdie, which is never something you really want to be doing. Finally hit another good drive on this one. Popped it up just ever so slightly, but still going to give ourselves a chance to get home in 2. This was just a full rip 4. Thought about 2 iron, but short I felt was a little bit better, and we just mushed that one a bit to the right. Picking the right type of shot around the green is important when it comes to trying to score. And I probably should have gone with the bump and run instead of the high pitch. And one bad decision leads to a bad leg putt, and now we're sweating it out to make par. But just focus, hit a good 8-footer, and walk away with a more stressful 5 than we would have probably liked. The 14th is as close to a 90-degree dogleg as there is. I could have tried to cut the corner, but a well-placed 4-iron put us in the perfect spot. A back left pin is actually pretty inviting here, but we don't quite catch this one perfect, and we end up a little bit short and right. As you can see, we're a little disappointed. We're left with quite a long uphill putt, and we kind of left a bit of a dud out there. And another 8 to 10 footer for par, our 3rd in a row. And this one actually looked good all the way. But after that first putt, it's kind of hard to be upset with making a bogey there. Now, I don't typically play the par 3s all that well, for whatever reason. But today, ball striking was feeling really good, and this was by far the best approach.
Oh, sticks it.
But stepping up to this putt here, never confident about the read, and another missed opportunity. But you always got to find the positives. Maybe on another day, a lot of these putts drop. You never know. Here's our first chance to show off the 2 iron, and we caught this one absolutely perfect. It actually ran out longer than I was hoping for, which gave us a little bit of an awkward angle into the green. But this right here was the worst swing of the day. Tried to aim it, didn't feel natural with the swing. We tugged it long, way left. This was 2 feet, probably 2 feet away from being perfect. Just kind of caught up and just left way too much in for par. This is a pretty uninspired putt for par. Kind of a quick walk in, but we'll just tap in there for bogey. 2 holes to go at this point, 6 over. The goal is just to break 80. Another quality 2 iron off the tee, puts a short iron in hand. All we're looking at now is just trying to hit the green. Another 8 iron here, kind of leaves it a little bit short, and we're going to have another 30 foot or so for birdie. I was hoping to get this one inside. Maybe a bit of an overcorrection from the last long lie we did. We literally almost hit this one out of frame. You just can't keep leaning on your putter. So disappointed 3-putt here, but we just need a par to get in at the target number. When I need to hit a good drive, there are no swing thoughts. We really just hit and hope. Fully committed, fully free, and good results usually come from that, which is what happened here. Little over 200 in, just gonna go for it in 2. Bit fat, but it was hit on a great line. It just leaves us just on the front edge of the green. And it only took us 18 holes, but we're finally able to hit a good pitch and left ourselves a few feet for birdie to finish off the afternoon. So 3 feet, 18, and we're going to do exactly what we did on that first hole. But a par before the bar is no big deal. All in all, pretty satisfied with the effort today. Hitting double-digit greens is always a nice feeling. The putter and short game are a bit suspect, but it's early in the year, no big deal there. All we can do now is just to keep it moving. We'll try and get better for next time, and hope to see you all then.